Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I'm here to tell you that I have the answer to the age-old question, when Moon and when Lambo? The answer? Friday, 2 p.m. No, but seriously, there is an analyst out there that put out a rather bullish headline, and it is as follows. XRP could be gearing up for a moon mission as bulls reclaim key level. Now, we've been trading sideways more or less for, over 2 weeks at this point, so look, there's going to be a break in terms of direction one way or the other. And it's been so fascinating seeing traders share their opinions over the last weeks, and their opinions have been shifting a bit over time, which is perfectly fine, because as new data from the charts comes in, if they have new ways based new predictions on the way they suspect things are going to go based on new data, that's perfectly fine. Because understand, when we're talking about trading, it's not like somebody has a crystal ball. Like, nobody's saying that, right? It's more about probability of outcomes. That's what it is. It's what probabilistically what's going to happen, up or down. Or same, right? There's a few options there. So what I'm going to do in this video is share with you analysis from a number of different chart analysts and traders here, including action for what's potentially going to happen with Bitcoin, because, like it or not, and I personally don't, XRP does in September 2020 follow the price action of Bitcoin, so we got to talk about it, even though this is indeed an XRP-centric channel. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, if you want to know the answer of when Moon, when Lambo, just like the rest of us, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. And by the way, just to be clear, and I want to say this because there's always new subscribers going on, I am very aware that I have the stupidest name in the entire XRP community. That was by design. As it turns out, I have a sense of humor. So while my name's stupid, the content on here generally serious, at least, right? All right, so at the time of recording, XRP is right at 25 cents. You got Bitcoin at $11,072, the market cap for the asset class $350 billion, and Bitcoin dominance at 58.35%. And there were a couple interesting headlines here from Bitcoinist.com. So let's start with this one. Bitcoin faces weak sell-off as buyers gear up for a push higher. I am going to start with that, but let me share with you another headline also from Bitcoinist.com. This one reads as follows. If Bitcoin enters a full-blown correction, the bottom could come at $7,100. And again, as I just shared with you as I record this, Bitcoin is over $11,000. And so, going back to 7,100, that would definitely be something here. And so, as far as, and I don't really want to run through terribly in depth here. I mostly want to focus on that article about XRP and a couple other things. But I did want to share with you in terms of what these analysts here think is likely. Not as much to the downside. In fact, if you take a look at this one, they're saying, hey, Bitcoin could go to 7,100. If you scroll down, I mean, it's an attention-grabbing headline, no doubt. But if you scroll to the bottom here, they have this section. Oh, where is the damn thing? One sec here. There we go. The subheading is unlikely to play out. The bearish scenario is unlikely to play out, though. One crypto trader shared the chart below, which shows that Bitcoin has recently bounced cleanly off a pivotal technical level. The level Bitcoin bounced off of held multiple times during previous bull markets and held as resistance during previous bear markets. Bitcoin managing to hold the level suggests that the expectations of a further uptrend are likely. And here's a quote. Willy Woo's 128-day moving average has done a decent job at signaling support/resistance and is currently offering support. And I do want to say also, for those of you that you may not have heard me say this, if this is your first video from Moon Lambo, I am not a financial advisor and I do not have a financial background, so definitely don't buy or sell anything for me. I'm just an enthusiastic member of the XRP community that likes to talk about this stuff because it's my most favoritist hobby ever. Then there was this tweet from chart analyst DIY Investing, which caught my attention because just kind of talking about, well, certainly market cycles, but altcoins specifically. So take a look at this. When you compare the last altcoin bear cycle to the one we are currently in, you start to see just how profoundly similar the two are from each other. Anybody trying to feed you the BS narrative of this time is different is merely traumatized because they lost their money. And here's the chart that he had associated with that particular tweet. And so this is the altcoin market cap. And indeed, I mean, admittedly, it looks similar. So if history is to repeat, that would certainly be something. And hopefully the prediction of moon at Friday, 2 p.m. will come true. Which is not a real prediction. I'm just joking. Somebody named Leo responded to that and wrote, patterns suggest one more bottom before any discussion of bull behavior. And DIY Investing wrote back, based off my chart or based off your indicator? And he wrote based off of his indicator. Because DIY Investing, he had mentioned just the other day, I watched one of his videos and he was just talking about the concept of, frankly, he's like, he actually said this too. He's like, this is the first time I'm really not sure if it's going to go, if you know, like the market's going to go up or down. And I can appreciate somebody being forthright. If you don't know, you don't know. That's the right answer there. And there's enough question marks that I can understand it, because he gave us technical reasons as to why. I was like, yeah, there's a whole lot going on there. Some people feel confident, more confident to the upside or the downside. And usually he's just bold in whatever direction. So for him to be like, honestly, I'm not sure. That gives you an idea of how muddy it is. And I'm not surprised, considering that we've been trading sideways for like over 2 weeks, right? We've been quite range-bound here. And so during this whole time, I certainly do not regret continuing to accumulate, because anywhere in these levels, like, I just keep thinking, my gosh, the multiplier effect, even from here, just getting back to the all-time high for XRP, I'm like, going to be happy with that. So even if XRP dips, I don't care if it dips 30% or more, I'll treat that as a buying opportunity for myself. I will buy your fear if you choose to capitulate. I'll be happy to. And then I'll get an even bigger multiplier off that when we hit all-time highs again, super duper. But even so, like I've mentioned a lot lately, I'm not going to beat myself up for not timing the bottom. Like, I'm not even trying to. I just want to accumulate XRP and figure anywhere around here is probably going to be looking pretty good, assuming we really do get back to all-time high prices eventually, which I suspect we will. A shout out to The Rock XRP, who tagged me along with others in the XRP community for this piece, titled XRP could be gearing up for a moon mission as bulls reclaim key level. Like the sound of that. XRP and the aggregated altcoin market is currently caught within a consolidation phase as Bitcoin struggles to gain any decisive momentum. It does appear that these tokens are awaiting more directionality from Bitcoin before they make any sizable movements. This has, in turn, caused smaller altcoins to also fall into bouts of sideways trading. Exactly. That's could not be more clear. That's been happening for weeks, right? Although it remains unclear as to where the market may trend next, XRP's recent technical developments indicate that any market-wide upside could allow it to enter a full-blown moon mission. Oh, man. Now, that is bold. And mind you, I want to be clear. This is coming from newsbtc.com. I mean, for all I know, this author here, Cole Peterson, perhaps he lives under a bridge. I don't want to say anything about him. I'm teasing. But, it's just, the News BTC website and Bitcoinist.com. My gosh, the narratives these guys try and employ sometimes. But in this case, this guy did not have to write that. And it's something bullish that you usually don't see that. And it's also an acknowledgement of something that I've been saying for the entire time I've been running this channel, which is quite simply, XRP follows the price action of Bitcoin, which is why you can have all the analysis in the world you want about any altcoin, and if Bitcoin sneezes, you might have to remap it all, right? Because, again, that's just the way it is in 2020. I do think eventually cryptocurrencies will be more sufficiently judged on their own merits. That is to say, they will become decoupled from Bitcoin, but probably going to take some time here, right? And so it continues here. One analyst explained in a recent tweet that the cryptocurrency was able to reclaim a crucial technical level that it had previously broken below. We are still talking about XRP here. Its ability to reclaim this level and confirm it as support does indicate that upside may be imminent in the near term. Whether or not it launches higher, however, still likely remains primarily premised upon whether or not the rest of the market can show continued signs of strength. This could all depend on Bitcoin's reaction to its $11,000 resistance. Yes, will Bitcoin sneeze? Well, again, as I record this, it's a little over $11,000. Is it going to hold? Is it going to bounce off? Has it just come up a little bit and it's going to prove to have been just a such a notable level of resistance that it'll go back down? Well, some people actually think the answer is yes. I'm not going to pretend to know. But if it stays there, I mean, my God, I'll actually selfishly be disappointed because I'm still in accumulation mode. I am not done. So I would prefer if XRP either stays here or goes down a little bit. And I know there's probably most of you out there, or certainly everybody that's not in accumulation mode, you're like, no, go up. I want it to go up. And well, I do too. I'd prefer it to happen like, later, a little bit later. So, but, it just depends on what you're trying to do. But anyway, here's the subheading. XRP stagnates as Bitcoin fails to surmount $11,000 resistance. At the time of writing, XRP is trading down over 2% at its current price of 25 cents. This is around the price at which it has been trading throughout the past several days. And this piece was just from like 13 hours ago, so this is not old. It is important to note that this marks a notable rise from its weekly lows of 23 cents set just a few days ago when the aggregated market faced a sharp sell-off. And indeed, I was buying at those levels. I hope that wasn't the low I was buying it, and I was like, oh, come on, keep going lower. And if that was it, though, I'll just be appreciative I got that, but whatever. Anyway, this sell-off caused Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market to post some losses, but most digital assets have since recovered. XRP is now ceding some of the gains seen in the time following this movement, being unable to hold above 25 cents. And so here's another subheading. Here's why the token could be poised to push significantly higher. While speaking about XRP's current technical outlook, one analyst said that it remains well poised to see further upside despite its recent weakness. He specifically points to the cryptocurrency's Bitcoin trading pair, noting that it was just able to reclaim a key level. Which is funny to me because in the last video I put out, I highlighted something from Peter Brandt, noting that XRP has been losing value relative to Bitcoin. And I was like, oh my God, that's so disingenuous. You have to watch the video if you want to see why. But yeah, it was completely disingenuous. But here you go, reclaiming on that same chart a key level. And here's the quote. XRP on both pairs looks good, but using this LTF chart for reference, clear deviation and reclaim taking place. Make way for Moon, no target, because I'm building a position for swell and will reevaluate as we get closer. Market conditions much different, he said, while pointing to the chart below, which is on your screen right now. So, of course, how Bitcoin continues to respond to resistance that sits just above where it currently is trading should have some serious implication for its near-term outlook. And so, again, for me, selfishly, would not hate if Bitcoin tanks. But understand also, like, I'm not fearful of this stuff. I understand, and I'm going to make a video about this topic, too, just, like, humans behaving, why humans behave the way they behave, and, like, what does it mean for us as traders and holders? I'm not a trader, but even just as a holder. Because really, like, it doesn't matter. Like, buying anywhere around here, in my humble opinion, is good. Like, even the XRP that I bought at 50 cents, do you think I'm crying over that? No, because I'm not going to beat myself up for not being able to time bottoms. I'm just happy I have the XRP. And think about it, buying at 50 cents and then XRP when it gets back to its all-time high one day, which I suspect is going to happen, that would be my fun little guess. That's still a tremendous gain. And so, no, I'm not going to beat myself up just because I could have saved that and bought it at 11 cents in theory. Well, no, I didn't know there was going to be a global pandemic that would push the price down that low, okay? I didn't know that that Bitcoin was going to drop below $4,000 this year, because of the pandemic, right? So it's just, you don't beat yourself up over this stuff. Like, just take the emotion out of it. That's my humble opinion. Make your own logical decisions. But, buy and sell whatever you feel is appropriate or hold whatever you think is appropriate. I'm just saying whatever decision you're making, take emotion out of it. I mean, because basically if you're not, do you really think it's a good idea to make like buying and selling decisions of anything in life based on emotion? Because I really don't. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a car or a television or a puppy. Well, maybe the puppy. Let that one be emotion. No, even that needs to be logic-based. But I'm just saying, man. So we'll see. All good things in time. It just, the asset class is here to stay. I'm not worried about long-term viability. That's just where I am. But that's it for this one. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Bamboo.